Ever seen a car and just thought, wow, that's a bold move.
Happens more and more these days.
Exactly. And today we're taking a deep dive into a vehicle that really fits that description. The Toyota Crown 2026.
Yes.
The Crown, this isn't just, another sedan rolling off the line. It feels like a statement.
Yeah.
It's this really interesting blend of Toyota heritage and some seriously future-forward design thinking.
It really is.
So our mission today is basically to cut through all the marketing noise, pull out the key nuggets of info from a pretty detailed review, and help you, our listeners, really get what makes this car tick. Where does it actually fit in this crazy evolving car world?
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating, I think, is how Toyota seems to be trying to position this Crown 2026. It's aiming for this sophisticated mix of luxury, genuinely advanced tech, and maybe surprisingly for some pretty potent performance. So yeah, we'll dig into everything. The design choices, some quite controversial, we should say, right through to the safety stuff, the hybrid engines, all of it. The goal is you walk away really understanding this, intriguing car.
Okay, let's start with that boldness then.
Okay.
Because honestly, my first impression, just looking at it, the 2026 Crown really, really wants to grab your attention. It's not subtle.
Not at all.
The sources we looked at described the exterior as elegant, yet sporty. Okay, fair enough. They mentioned modern lines, sporty touches. But that front end, that bold front fascia with the wide grille, the sharp LEDs, it gives it a really strong, almost, aggressive personality on the road.
Yeah.
What's the thinking there? Why go so out there?
Well, if you try and connect it to the bigger picture, Toyota isn't just doodling here. This design for the Crown 2026, it's a very deliberate, I'd say strategic move.
Okay.
Reviewers, like Edmunds, for instance, they consistently point out its unique style. And crucially, its SUV-like ground clearance. Now, that height...
Yeah, that's unusual for a sedan.
Exactly. It might be controversial, maybe ruffle feathers for people who love traditional low-slung sedans. But you can't deny it gives the Crown real distinction on the road. It stands out.
So it's not just looks for look's sake.
I don't think so. It feels like a calculated play to sort of redefine what a luxury sedan can even be, maybe for a new generation of buyers. Remember, the Crown's history goes way back to 1955.
Right, the first all-Japanese passenger car.
Precisely. And it was always a symbol of luxury, prestige, always a pretty traditional sedan visually. But this latest generation, the 16th, starting in 2022, it fully embraces this sedan crossover hybrid look.
A bit of a blend.
It's almost like Toyota saying, look, we see everyone buying SUVs, but maybe there's space for a sedan that gives you that higher viewpoint, that perceived practicality, but without going full crossover.
Trying to capture people on the fence?
Could be. Maybe people torn between sedan elegance and, SUV utility. It's an interesting strategy.
That makes sense, trying to bridge that gap. Okay, so the outside makes a big statement. What about when you actually get inside? Is it just as ambitious in there? Reviews call it spacious and built to the highest quality standards. Are we talking true luxury sanctuary feel?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the goal seems to be creating exactly that. A sanctuary of comfort and tech. The reviews emphasize absolute comfort, and it looks like Toyota really committed to that.
How so?
Well, you find genuinely high-quality materials all over the cabin. Things like natural leather, real wood trim, nice metallic accents. Stuff that really bumps up that feeling of luxury.
More than just plastic fantastic.
Definitely. It's about the look, sure, but also the feel, the details you'd expect in a premium car. Take the front seats, multi-way power adjustable, covered in luxurious leather, and critically, they have both heating and ventilation.
Ventilation is key.
Isn't it just? Plus memory settings, so cold mornings, hot afternoons, you're sorted. And it's not just for the driver. Rear passengers get what's described as exceptional comfort.
Really? Even with that sleek roof?
Apparently so. Good leg and headroom reported, plus the backrests recline. They get their own aircon controls, USB ports. Features that make it genuinely usable for families or long trips, not just a driver's car.
Okay, sounds genuinely comfortable. What about the tech side of this sanctuary? We hear about advanced digital screens, a big infotainment system. How does that mesh with the luxury vibe?
Pretty seamlessly from what the reviews suggest. The centerpiece is this large 12.3-inch high-definition touchscreen, your main command hub.
Nice and big.
Yeah, and crucially, it supports wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, no messing with cables.
Finally.
Right. Plus, integrated 3D navigation, voice command technology that's reportedly quite intuitive. It all aims to keep things easy, keep your focus on driving.
And the sound system. Important for a luxury feel.
For sure. There's an optional premium JBL sound system with 11 speakers. Should deliver a really rich, immersive sound for music or, podcasts like ours.
Naturally. What about practicality? Trunk space?
Decent. You get 430 liters, which is about 15.2 cubic feet. Enough for luggage, groceries, whatever.
Yeah.
But it gets better. The rear seats are 60-40 split folding. Fold them down, and that expands to 720 liters. So good flexibility if you need to carry bigger things. It seems like a really thoughtful mix of luxury, tech, and just everyday usability.
Okay, the inside sounds impressive, a real step up. But a car's heart is under the hood, right?
Yeah.
What's actually powering this new take on luxury, especially with Toyota's deep roots in hybrids?
Yeah, that's fundamental.
Are both options delivering that kind of sporty kick some luxury buyers might be looking for?
That's a really critical question. The 2026 Crown definitely leans heavily on efficient hybrid powertrains. Toyota is playing to its strengths here, no doubt. They offer two main choices.
Okay.
First up, there's a 2.5-liter four-cylinder hybrid. It's paired with all-wheel drive, which is standard, actually. This one puts out 236 horsepower and about 221 newton-meters of torque. That's the twist, the pulling power. It uses an ECVT, Toyota's electronic continuously variable transmission. They've refined these things over years, so it's engineered for really smooth, very fuel-efficient power delivery. Great for city driving, quiet cruising.
Yeah.
Not exactly thrilling.
Well, some reviewers call it acceptable for daily driving. It's more focused on efficiency and refinement rather than, raw acceleration or sportiness.
Okay, so that's the sensible choice. What if you do want more of that sporty kick?
Then you look at the other option, the 2.4-liter Hybrid Max, also a four-cylinder, also EWD. But this is where things get interesting.
How so?
This system bumps the power up significantly, 340 horsepower, and a really substantial 542 newton-meters of torque. That's a big jump.
That sounds more like it.
Exactly. This is where the Crown gets its athletic credentials. And instead of the ECVT, it's connected to a 6-speed direct shift automatic transmission. Gives you a more traditional, more engaging feel with actual gear shifts.
Ah, okay. So faster then. Oh, yeah. This more powerful setup gets you from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. That's 0 to 62 miles per hour in a pretty swift 5.7 seconds. The base hybrid takes around 7.6 seconds, so quite a difference.
Definitely noticeable. Top speed.
Both are apparently limited to around 210 kilometers or 130 miles per hour fuel economy. It's competitive for a car this size and type. Averages around 8.1 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, maybe 7.3 on the highway. And it has a decent 70-liter fuel tank for good range.
And the ride quality. Does it feel luxurious, smooth?
That seems to be a strong point. To ensure that excellent ride quality, they've used a pretty sophisticated suspension. McPherson struts up front, common, good balance of handling and space saving. But crucially, a multi-link setup at the rear.
Why is multi-link important?
It allows for much finer control over how the wheel moves, independent of the other wheels. So it translates directly into better comfort, absorbs bumps really well, minimizes vibrations, gives you that planted, composed, luxurious feel, even when the road gets rough or you're pushing it a bit. It's clearly engineered to balance the sporty potential, especially of the Max, with a genuinely refined ride.
Okay, so it seems like they've put thought into both power and comfort. But beyond looks and performance, safety is huge, especially in a premium car. You mentioned Safety Sense 3.0 earlier.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean for the driver? Is it just marketing buzz or a real step up? A shield on wheels, as they say.
No, it's definitely not just buzz. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is a really comprehensive suite. This is an area where the Crown 2026 seems to genuinely shine. We're talking advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS.
Like what specifically?
Okay, so it includes things like a pre-collision system, but importantly it has pedestrian and cyclist detection, really vital in cities. You also get full-speed dynamic radar cruise control, makes highway driving much less taxing, keeps a set distance. Then there's emergency steering assist, helps you steer away from danger if needed. Lane tracing assist helps keep you centered in your lane.
Reducing fatigue on long drives.
Exactly. Plus the essentials like blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alerts, super helpful for lane changes and reversing, and front and rear parking sensors to avoid those annoying bumps.
What about cameras?
Yep. Adding to that is a 360-degree camera system, gives you that bird's eye view, makes parking in tight spots much easier. And of course, passive safety is covered to full set of side and curtain airbags.
And does this translate to good crash test scores?
It seems so. The commitment is definitely backed up by testing. The NHTSA over in the US gave it a top overall 5-star rating. Euro NCAPP in Europe awarded it a really impressive 95% score for safety. And NASVA in Japan also reported strong crash performance. These aren't just arbitrary numbers, they show it holds up well in various simulated crash scenarios, protecting the people inside.
That's reassuring. So we've got the bold design, the plush interior, the hybrid power options, and strong safety credentials. But as you said, no car is perfect. Every choice has a trade-off. What are the critics actually saying? Let's dig into the pros and cons that keep coming up in reviews.
Right, because the Crown is making specific choices, and that means it won't please everyone. It's not trying to be a generic luxury sedan.
So the good points first.
Okay, positives. Edmunds, for example, praises that unique style it genuinely stands out. They also highlight the comfortable ride, which we discussed, and good hybrid fuel efficiency, especially considering its size.
Right.
Kelley Blue Book mentions a luxury driving experience reminiscent of Lexus, high praise. They point to the quality interior, the tech, and the fact that so many safety features are standard. YouTube reviews often rave about the Platinum trim, that's the one with the hybrid max system for its power, and pretty much everyone agrees the interior is spacious and feels high quality.
Okay, sounds pretty positive. But what about the flip side, the drawbacks?
Well, many of the cons stem directly from that bold design, that distinctive styling, especially the height.
The SUV-ish stance?
Exactly. It might not click with traditional luxury sedan buyers. Some might find it weird or not what they expect from a car called Crown.
Fair enough. What else?
The base 2.5-liter hybrid engine. While efficient, it's often described as just acceptable in terms of power. It's noticeably less energetic than the Hybrid Max in the Platinum trim. So if you want performance but don't want the top model, you might be a bit disappointed.
Okay, engine choice matters.
Definitely. And while the interior is luxurious, that sleek, sloping roofline does slightly compromise rear headroom for very tall passengers. It's a common trade-off for style, but worth noting if you regularly carry adults back there.
Any other common criticisms?
Yeah, a few more. The price point is often mentioned as being higher than some direct competitors, which we should get to. Also, the engine choice is limited, only 4-cylinder hybrids, no traditional V6, no purely gasoline option. That might turn off buyers used to those in this class.
Right, some people just prefer a V6.
Precisely. The base XLE trim, while decent, apparently lacks some things you might expect standard in a luxury car, like heated seats or the premium sound system. And interestingly, despite being a hybrid, its city fuel consumption, that 8.1 L 100-kilometer figure, is actually higher than some competitors, even some non-hybrids. So its efficiency claim needs context.
That's surprising.
And finally, the top speed limit is seen as a bit low compared to some German rivals that prioritize Autobahn performance.
So it's this interesting mix. You've got this deep heritage, but this design that, yeah, it's kind of polarizing. Is Toyota being brilliant here, finding a new niche?
Yeah.
Or is it a risk, maybe alienating old customers while chasing new ones?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Speaking of dollars, or reals.
Yeah.
Let's talk numbers. Given this blend of praise and, well, puzzles, what kind of money are we talking about? What's the investment for this particular mix of luxury and innovation?
It definitely occupies a specific price bracket reflecting its premium aims. In the U.S., the 2026 Crown starts at an MSRP of $42,535 for the XLE trim. That's your entry point. Then it climbs through the limited and nightshade editions, up to $56,085 for the top-of-the-line Platinum trim, which gets you that powerful hybrid max system and all the bells and whistles.
So roughly a $13,500 spread between base and top.
Exactly. And for our listeners in Saudi Arabia, the starting point is around 154,330 Saudi riyals.
Good to have those figures. What about the longer-term picture? Warranty. That's always important, especially with complex hybrid systems.
Very true. Toyota offers a pretty solid package here. The basic warranty covering most of the car is 3 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Pretty standard.
But the hybrid bits.
That's where it gets better. The crucial hybrid components, battery, motors, control units, they get an impressive 8-year or 160,000 kilometer warranty.
Wow, that's quite long.
It is. It really shows Toyota's confidence in their hybrid tech's durability and reliability. That's a major selling point for many buyers, knowing that core system is covered for so long.
Definitely adds peace of mind. You mentioned the trims, XLE, Limited, Nightshade, Platinum, and colors.
Yeah, those are the main trims, each adding more features and luxury touches. And there's a good range of colors: platinum, white, black, silver, gray, red, blue, gold. Plus, on the higher trims, you can get some interesting two-tone paint options, which really emphasize that unique design.
Leaning into the distinctiveness.
Exactly. And one final point, it's built in Japan at Toyota's Motomaki and Tahara plants. Continues that long tradition of Japanese manufacturing for the Crown.
Okay, so putting it all together, The unique style, the hybrid-only strategy, the luxury inside, the safety tech. Who is this car actually competing against? It feels like it's trying to carve out its own space.
It really does, and it's jumping into a very tough arena.
Who are the main players it's up against?
Well, you've got stiff competition in the luxury sedan world. There's its own sibling, the Lexus ES, which offers a more traditional take on Toyota Lexus luxury. Then the German giants, the BMW 5 Series, the Mercedes E-Class, the Audi A6, all formidable benchmarks.
The usual suspects.
And strong contenders from Korea, too, like the Genesis G80, which has really made waves, and the Kia K9, all offer different flavors of luxury and performance.
So how does the Crown possibly stand out against that lineup? What's its unique selling point, really?
I think it tries to differentiate itself not by directly beating, say, a BMW on handling or a Mercedes on sheer opulence, but by offering a different package.
How so?
The most obvious thing is that sedan crossover styling. It just looks different from all those competitors. That appeals to someone wanting something distinct, maybe easier to get in and out of without going full SUV.
The height factor again.
Yes. And crucially, the dedicated hybrid focus across all trims. That's a big strategic difference. While others offer hybrids as an option, the Crown is a hybrid. Full stop.
Emphasizing efficiency and reliability.
Exactly. It leans into Toyota's reputation for long-term reliability, potentially lower running costs compared to complex European rivals. Even if its fuel economy isn't chart-topping in every single test, the overall hybrid package, combined with that strong safety suite and Toyota's dependability record, creates a unique value proposition.
So it's for a buyer who wants luxury, but maybe prioritizes reliability, efficiency, and that unique style over, say, ultimate performance or brand cachet.
I think that's a good way to put it. It's aiming for someone who appreciates luxury heritage. The Crown name still means something, but wants a very modern, practical, maybe slightly eco-conscious interpretation of it. It's not trying to be a German sports sedan. It's trying to be the Toyota Crown for the 2020s.
Well, there you have it. That was a really deep dive into the Toyota Crown 2026. What a, well, truly fascinating car. It blends history, some really bold design choices, and a lot of advanced technology.
Definitely.
It's clear Toyota isn't just playing it safe here. They're trying something genuinely new, making a statement, taking a calculated risk in a segment that doesn't always reward radical change.
Which brings us to a really important question, maybe for you, the listener, to think about. Does the Toyota Crown 2026, with this unique formula, the traditional luxury hints, that modern crossover-ish styling, the strong hybrid focus, does it actually succeed in carving out a lasting new niche? Or does it end up being just a bit too unconventional, maybe, for the typical mainstream luxury buyer, leaving it as more of a cool but perhaps niche choice for the more adventurous out there?
Something to definitely ponder as we watch where automotive design and the idea of luxury itself might be heading.